Sunseeker 65 is different from any other flybridge model that I've seen in her class. And not just because of her stylish exterior lines and sophisticated interior design, but because she presents a whole host of innovations. And to walk us through them, we're going to take a look around with Douglas from Sunseeker.
She's absolutely packed full of innovation. Our design team back in Poole on the south coast of the UK has been working so hard for quite some time to bring us this absolutely fantastic boat. She's based around an IPS platform with the larger IPS 1350s will give her about a 35 knot top speed, so she's very agile and very nimble on the water. So starting back down here on the aft deck of the boat, and first of all in terms of the style, you hopefully just look at the transom of the boat and you'll really see we work very hard on the styling. You'll see the very nicely curved and styled steps on both sides, so there's access on both sides of the garage. The garage has been oversized, so you can fit a tender in the garage, and there's lots of space to the starboard side where you can fit extra water toys, dive bottles and the other things that customers love to use when they're out on the water. But it's not just a garage, and that's the great thing about this boat. When the door comes up and goes into its open position, the floor in the garage is flat. So when the swim platform is up, you'll find it's a flat floor, so it really provides you this amazing beach club environment on a 65-foot yacht, which is really quite fantastic. So here we are in the aft cockpit, and this is a really great area of the boat because it's right just after the saloon area, and of course we've got an aft galley layout on this boat, so it's very connected to the inside, and of course we're just after us, we've got this wonderful sun pad. The cockpit's very innovative in its layout. We've got this particular layout with a bench seating with a nice big teak table, and you can see the barbecue unit here with the wet bar with the fridge and an ice maker and such. We also do another layout with a U-shaped seat round here for those that are looking for a slightly different layout. And in fact, a standard I should have mentioned to start with, there's a couple of bar stools that go here because this window will drop down into the bulkhead here and really open up to a bar to the galley on the inside. So for those owners that are operating with a crew member, we've arranged that on this boat. Right behind me here is the access to the crew cabin. This lid simply lifts up, and at the same time there's a bolt here which comes undone to allow the staircase to fold all the way up, out the way over here. So it really caters for both those requirements. Well, Justin, we've come into the saloon in here, and hopefully you feel that it's a really warm and friendly feeling in here. We've worked very hard on the design detail. The styling's very fresh and very innovative. Lots of light coming to the boat from the large windows, but I think I'd primarily like to point out the single piece of glass across the forward windscreen, which is the first time we've done that on a Sunseeker. Not only have we got lots of light coming, but fresh air as well. We've got an optional sunroof up here which tilts to open to allow a nice fresh air coming inside the boat.
This particular layout has the aft galley, but other options are available, aren't they?
Oh, we're actually, this boat is quite amazing in terms of the number of options we have. Just a simple one, just behind me here, for instance, we can put a sofa in here with a raise and lower TV behind it, or indeed we could go even further by moving the galley downstairs and then making even more seating up here. Well, welcome downstairs to the master cabin. You can see that she's full beam. Lots of space, lots of light, and most particularly you can see the headroom is pretty tremendous in here. I'm 193 centimeters. You can see there's a good few centimeters above me, and that's the same throughout the whole yacht, and that's what we really focus on at Sunseeker. So as you walk through into the master cabin, this particular layout has a grand master, so there's a lovely vanity on the outboard side as you walk through. As standard, you would find a little utility storage area, and it could also be upgraded to a galley if you took the larger seating group that I mentioned on the main deck. Completing the yacht's accommodation, the yacht also has another 2 cabins with the VIP up forward and a twin guest cabin to starboard. Each of those have got their own en-suites, which means in addition to those, we've got a separate day head which can be used by anybody at any time. So that's a really kind of nice, unique point of this boat. So moving up here to the foredeck, we've got this wonderful space, and as you can see, it's quite a traditional seating area with the sunbed. The sunbed backs will fold up to make it more comfortable, and also these seats are incredibly deep to make it really nice and comfortable to lounge here. Couple of innovative design cues though. You'll see on both sides we've kept the kind of raised bulwarks here solid all the way through. Typically you'd cut those out to move in and out, but we kept them there, so it really keeps that crisp line of the boat looking completely intact, which we really think looks fantastic. And actually using it makes it feel very cozy up here, so it's very comfortable. Well, Justin, welcome to the Sports Bridge. This is where the real innovation really shines through. I'm sat here at our very unique, first-of-a-kind Helm station. Everything's at hand at the lower helm here, and you can see from the styling that it's been really well laid out, from the controls through to the control for the Garmin display. There's even an iPhone charger here for all your mod cons. But it's not just when you're driving at sea that this helm's so exciting, which it is because you're so low and you feel so in touch with the water. But when you get into the dock and you're ready for some close quartering maneuvering, of course you want even better visibility. So just at the touch of a button, the helm will move up, and then you can stand up, and using the IPS joystick control, which we've got right here, you can see all around the boat and just see exactly where you want to dock us.